Choose BB.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Ponds at Kellyville for this second game of 6 here today at the Emerging Nations World Championships. I'm Dan McCamley and I'm joined in commentary by a tall Dave Wild. How are you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Dan. It's a wet and windy Kellyville on this Sunday, unfortunately, but and I noticed we're playing on synthetic today, which is a rarity.
Yeah, we've been moved from Cabramatta. We're out here at the Ponds at Kellyville, a synthetic pitch, so you'd be worried if it wasn't going to hold up under the conditions today.
You would be, and I should note the reference to me being so tall wasn't an overnight growth spurt, but in fact simply standing on a chair to try and stand over the crowd that's congregating in front of us at the present.
Yeah, well, I don't have that luxury at the moment, Dave. I've got one good knee, so I wouldn't trust myself to stand up on a chair, but we're going to see NIUE with their war cry before this game.
Okay, boys, let's go queue up. We're going to be in a few minutes.
Leading that war cry there, and I said it on Thursday, if they can play rugby league half as good as they did their war cry, they'd be impressive, and they really were on Thursday, Dave.
Yeah, it was a good effort. They were almost run down there by Malta at the end, but they probably had enough of a lead just to get them over the line. And looking at them again, they're a big physical team. I think we've got 2 physical teams today, so it should be a good matchup.
Just wait till this game gets underway, and then we'll run through the 2 teams. NIUE had the luxury of having the Monday off, so they were fresh for Thursday against Malta. It'll be interesting to see how they back up after Thursday's game. It was a hard-fought contest, 26-16 winners they ran out in the end.
Yeah, and like I alluded to a moment ago, they did. It was a wet day there too, very heavy underfoot, and they just probably ran out of puff towards the last 10 or 15 minutes. So it will be interesting to see how they back up today.
As the Philippines will get us underway. This Emerging Nations World Championship is a difficult one to deal with. It's been put on the deck by the NIUE front rower. Tovo couldn't handle that one, and it gives the Philippines a great opportunity here early on.
Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of watching the Philippines as yet, so it'll be interesting to see what they've got. They're going to get first opportunity here very early on in the game, so we'll see. Probably get a mindset as to how they're going to play the game in the next 60 seconds or so.
Well, they went around on Monday against Malta. Malta were too good for them on Monday. So NIUE get us back underway from the restart. Philippines with the first attacking chance here. Dylan Jones will have the first run. He's already up to the 20, so good start to the set here. It's a 23 Grooms. If you heard Dave and my commentary earlier on in the week for the Japan game, at least we can see the numbers today, Dave.
Yeah, the Japan jumpers, I'm not sure who designed them, but I'm not sure who approved them, but both of them had a bit of a rocket. They were very, very difficult to see, and the wet conditions didn't make it any easier, mind you, but I think they would have been difficult from 5 metres away.
Short ball there to Will Grooms. NIUE's goal line defence holding up here so far. If they go short, that's Stubbs. It's second touch in this set. Last tackle they go from dummy half. Philippines, and they get over. I think they do. Great start to the game for the Philippines. That's 4-0 with a kick to come. They couldn't have asked for a better start.
Absolutely, and that was just lazy marker defence there. It was a decent run to play before, but really should have been held up. I think it was the hooker. It was difficult to tell from our commentary position, but I think fairly sure it was Paul Sheedy that got the ball over the line for the Philippines, and they're first on the board. 4-0 kick to come.
Yeah, Paul Sheedy, first try scorer today here in the second game of the Emerging Nations World Championships. It was the last tackle. It was an all or nothing play. He came up trumps. The Philippines lead 4-0 with a kick to come. Looks like Jordan Bean will be taking the kick. It's probably a good opportunity to run through the Philippines side. So at fullback we have Richard Goodwin. On the wings we have Sean Lynch and Ned Stevenson. In the centres, Blake Mackey and Dennis Gordon. In 5'8", and in the 18 we have Jordan Bean. Number 7 and halfback Mark Russell. In the front row we have the 16 Dylan Jones and 10 Raymond Stubbs. The hooker and try scorer Paul Sheedy. In the second row we have Joe Mallion and Will Grooms, and locking down the scrum in the 23 we have Jeremy Grooms. We've got Kieran Wiggins in the 6, Ricky Kusia in the 11, Elvis Jensen in the 15 and Ryan Jones in the 17.
And just while we're waiting for the kick-off, the fullback for NIUE is Latrell Schaumkel. The wingers are Cyrus Payne and Justice Utato. The centres Christian Ulakita and Tristan Alvarado. The halves are Jacob Samoa and Zeb Luisi. Props Kurt Bernard, Sione Tovo. The hooker was Alexini. The back rowers Wes Lolo, Mike Filomona and Turi Jackson. And the bench is Hendricks Falau, Tamata Rangi, George Lolo and Huggett Tongatuli.
A bit of a change there from game 1 for NIUE, with Eddie Payer not lining up today. At halfback, Jacob Samoa takes over the number 7 duties. And George Lolo, he was outstanding in the front row on Thursday. He moves back to the bench. So it might just be a bit of a squad rotation. Only played 3 days ago. Very impressive over Malta. It's the Philippines here who lead 6-0. So they shift the ball early, the Philippines, looking to take advantage of this good conditions here at Kellyville.
That might be an indication of how they're going to play the game in terms of trying to run this big NIUE side around. They, as I said a moment ago, they did tie out towards the end of the game on Monday, and if they run them around today, I suspect we might see the same result.
We saw a big size difference between Turkey and Japan on Thursday, Dave, and Japan just weren't able to take advantage of it in regards to moving the big men around. So we'll see if that game plan works for the Philippines today.
Yeah, no, they were outclassed, Japan, and too small, and probably just didn't have the firepower across the park to take advantage of that. But I suspect, looking at the first few minutes here, that the Philippines might be a different bet altogether.
Tateo now. It will be tackled 5 short of the 40 in his own half. Just working out of their own end, that's Ulakita. He's 5 shy of halfway now. 6 points to nil. The Philippines lead as Alexini puts on some footwork. This will be the last tackle. They come to the left. That's Luisi. Puts it up high. Tough one to deal with for the fullback. And well taken. Richard Goodwin underneath that one. We see some of the Africa United boys in front of us. They ran out winners in the first game today. 32 points to 20 over ASEAN. The Philippines now look to work it out from their own end. Blake Mackey, he tackled 30 out from his own line. Work it up over the 30 now. So we've got brick pole and 15 people to deal with in front of us, Dave.
Yeah, it's not the easiest commentary position I've ever seen, but nonetheless, you have to deal with it.
It's the last tackle, so they'll kick long. Sue Bean converted the try earlier on. Now Sean Cooler will bring it back. He's happy to give it to Teo. We tackled 30 out on the first, so a good start to the set. That's Sean Cooler with a good run. He's up to the 40. Samoa now dishes it off. Up to halfway, go NIUE. They go through the hands. That's Philemona. He led the war cry earlier on. And the referee's found an error. So a promising set there for NIUE, just undone by a bit of sloppiness in the play the ball.
Yeah, that's been a good start for the NIUE guys. They made a mistake down off from the kickoff and then another one in. It gives the Philippines good field position again. Some good Newcastle representation in the Philippines side. Central Newcastle in particular got both the Jones boys, Dylan and Ryan, as well as Shane Gray, who's not playing today. Shane spent a lot of time in the Titans system. Really a very accomplished back rower.
So the Philippines win the scrum feed. They go short. Now they've found some space out on this left wing. As the cover defence comes across, and they'll do well to stay in field, and they don't. Ned Stephenson just couldn't keep his foot in play. So NIUE with some good cover defence, bundled him into touch on the first.
Yeah, it was good defence, but again, it's good to see him using the ball on tackle one. We saw it in the last game as well. They certainly prepared to chance their arm in the early minutes of the game, and it very nearly paid off there. It was good cover by the NIUE guys, but the opportunity was there, and they very nearly took it.
I'll tell you what, Dave, the crowd's certainly starting to build here at the Ponds in Kellyville. If you're in the area, make sure you get down here and check out some international rugby league. $5 entry, plenty of food and beverages on offer. There's some undercover areas as well to keep you out of the weather.
Yeah, well, it's not raining at the moment. The conditions aren't too bad.
Bernard with the charge, and that's Shawnkle again. He's been heavily involved early, the fullback. Not afraid to get in and do some of the dirty work. Tovo now. 30 out from the Philippines line, starting to make some inroads. NIUE using their size as they shift to the left. And a nice fend, he beats one. That's Ulakita. I'll play the ball 10 out from the line. They go from dummy half.
Well, they've managed to survive there, Philippines. Ball deflected off a couple of players there, but obviously the referee said play on. Tackle two, they're working it out now, and the NIUE physicality aspect of their game is just starting to have a little bit of an effect. It's a good set, that last one, made good field position. Now the Philippines are struggling to make it out of their 20. I think we'll see them try and use the ball a little bit more as this game moves on.
Dave, we've got the pleasure of being joined in commentary here by Isaac Akuwuko, who's representing the Africa United team. A good win earlier on, Isaac?
Yeah, it was a good win. We've been training really hard for it, like 4 months leading up. So yeah, it was good to get the first win, and hopefully we back it up on Tuesday.
Yeah, good stuff. And who do you guys have on Tuesday? Mate?
Tuesday we have Latin Heat, and then we have to back it up again on Thursday against Mediterranean.
So we spoke to a representative from the ASEAN side earlier. How long before this tournament do you guys get together?
Yeah, like I said, we've been together for, we've been training for this for about 4 or 5 months now, and just cutting down like a big squad. There's a lot of Africans around the Blacktown region that wanted to play, and then yeah, only the best of us could get there.
Good stuff. Well, hopefully you can back that up again on Tuesday, as you said.
Yeah.
What were your biggest strengths and what were your biggest weaknesses today?
I think the weakness was definitely size. Our team's very young and we're very small compared to other sides, but the strength was definitely communication and skill. A lot of us play reps. We have a lot of 20s New South Wales Cup players, so it was good to get the win.
Good stuff, mate. Well, congratulations on your win today. As we see NIUE, they go in the corner, so they strike back NIUE. Referee points to the spot. That's 6 points to 4. Philippines lead NIUE with a kick to come.
Yeah, nice play to the right there, Dan. Latrell Shonkel was the try scorer.
Heavily involved early, Shonkel, fullback. Big thank you there to Isaac for joining us in commentary. We've got a big game on Tuesday against the Latin Heat. Speak about for and against, maybe deciding things here in this tournament. They ran out 12-point winners today. As we see NIUE cross, and they have an opportunity to level things up here.
Yeah, this will be a tough kick in these conditions. The wind, it's difficult to tell exactly where it's coming from here, but it's swirling, particularly where we are and under cover. Either way, it'll be a difficult kick on his what you would assume is his bad side.
It'll be Jacob Samoa who will try to add the extras. They've just started to make some inroads, the NIUE side, using their size and power to their advantage, making good meters in each set that they've had.
Yeah, the break here probably won't hurt the Philippines side. They'll just take stock, try and get some air into their lungs again and kick off, work themselves back into the game. They'll certainly be hoping for the same result they got last time they kicked off. I'm sure that'll happen. I'm not sure what's taking so long to take this kick, but
It's moving in now.
in now.
Strikes, it keeps it low, and he's just pushed it across the face. So scoreline remains 6 points to 4. The Philippines over NIUE here at the Ponds at Kellyville. It's day 3 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. Really good format, really good idea, this tournament. It's the third reincarnation of it. First time in Australia. Really gives these emerging nations an opportunity to play some competitive football.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful opportunity. And to have the pleasure of Nigel Wood's company in the commentary box the other day, who suggested that in the future it may be a north-south and the equator style competition, which I think has a lot of merit.
Tovo takes the kick off this time. It'll be Wes Lolo now. Lolo brothers very impressive on Thursday out at St Mary's. Probably had the benefit of playing in the first game out at St Mary's too, where conditions weren't as bad as the day progressed. Try track here today so far. Bernard breaks the tackle, still going to puts the bumper bar up. Tough man to bring down, Bernard.
Yeah, I'm not the type of person you'd be going high on, I wouldn't have thought.
So you come across field here, NIUE. Certainly on the front foot at the moment. It comes to Shonkel through the hands. That's Ulakita. Finds his winger. Utateo steps off one, steps off two, and he's over. The winger's in. Justice Utateo. And all of a sudden, NIUE lead 8 points to 6 with a kick to come.
Put that down to the strong run of Bernard the play before. It was he bundled it over the Philippines defence there on centre field, made an extra 15 or 20 yards, and the Philippines defenders just couldn't make up the ground on their heels, and NIUE ran at them. And that's a textbook definition of what happens when you do remain on your heels. The NIUE winger there, Justice Dutato, I think it is, managed to skip around a couple of players and score probably 10 metres in from touch.
Yeah, he's still had a lot of work to do with Teo. Received the ball from his centre, Ulakita, fended off one, beat another, stepped inside and carried one over the line with him. So good finish there from the NIUE winger. And after a bit of a sloppy start for NIUE, they've certainly found their feet in this one. just over 15 minutes gone in this game, and they now lead 8 points to 6 with a kick to come. Samoa took a little bit of time over the last one. We got some information sent through from the NIUE manager. Her name's Grace, and it's her birthday today, so a big happy birthday to Grace. Just a little bit of information about the island. There's 1,500 people that live on the island, and there's no public transport, so you can walk around the island in 8 hours, she reckons.
Wow.
That's a nice little day trip around the island.
It is.
They're situated near Tonga and the Cook Islands. There's no malls or drive-thrus. There's plenty of dolphins and whales around though, and the fishing is amazing apparently, so make sure you get yourself to NIUE if you enjoy your fishing.
Well, my son asked me last night where NIUE was, and I said it's a little island in the South Pacific, and he looked it up, and yes it is. A very little island, even smaller than I thought, and literally in the middle of nowhere. It's located, for recollection, southeast of Samoa. It looks a lovely place to visit.
And if there's any NIUE natives out there that want to get into their rugby league, there's some contact details here for Grace. You can contact her on her mobile number, which I won't put to air, or via email, or you can get in contact with us and we can pass that information on. Certainly a small nation, but there's some big boys out there.
Absolutely. Very big, some very big bodies. They're making good use of them at the moment.
As Wes Lolo takes that first run, and now we've got Philomona backing it up. 8 points to 6, the conversion was unsuccessful. Bernard puts that one on the deck, so they've been good when they've held on to the ball, NIUE. A couple of sloppy errors keeping the Philippines in this one.
Yeah, and they needed that. The Philippines, you can see, hands on hips. They're struggling a little bit. You can probably understand the last 5 or 10 minutes has been all NIUE. They've had a lot of the ball and made good use of it. So I'll appreciate this change in possession. See what they can do with it. They're spread out to the right.
Well, their one opportunity that they did have down this end, Dave, they were impressive and they got over the stripe. So see if they can muster a few set plays here.
It's a nice tackle, Christian Mulakita. Good contact.
They're certainly a physical team, and not in a bad sense of the word, Dave, but they're a very physical team, NIUE.
No, that's the sport.
They hit hard. That's Dylan Jones with that run. He'll be tackled just shy of the 20. Still a few tackles up their sleeve here for the Philippines. He comes to the right. They go out the back to the fullback. Goodwin will be tackled. Decided to hold under that one, Goodwin. 15 out from the line. They come back to the left. Stubbs will be brought down just shy of the 10. So last tackle here for the Philippines. 8 points to 6 down. They come to the right-hand side. That's Bean who puts a little kick in. Will it sit up? No. That'll run dead. So 7 tackles set here for NIUE, and they get let off the hook.
Yeah, good idea, but just didn't get the bounce again. Probably a little too much weight on the kick. And as you said, 7 tackles set now. NIUE will be hoping to make the most out of this. There's tackle 130 out.
You see those little kicks in behind along the ground, especially there. You're probably not going to hold up on this surface today, so you're probably going to have to take a little bit of weight off them. Work their way up to the 40-metre line, do NIUE. Come down the short side through Wes Lolo. Play the ball quickly. They come down the short side. Some good play from dummy half. Zeb Luisi now with the balls. They come back centre field. Looks to be the 16 out there, George Lolo. Moved back to the substitutes bench today. Started on Thursday. Alvarado will be tackled now. About 20 out from the Philippines line as they show some good hands again.
Makes forward pass.
Dave, wow. Seen that one. I'm looking through about 4 or 5 different heads here, Dave, so that's a good call.
I've got the advantage of that chair that I was standing on a little while ago. I'm back on it now. Let's just hope the added weight that I've put on in the last few years doesn't work against me in the next 20 minutes or so. Or the chair anyway.
It looks pretty sturdy. I'll probably put the commentator's curse on it though. Make sure if you're tuning in via Bar TV Sports to let us know where you're tuning in from and who you're cheering for. Or if you're in the area, get down to Kellyville, the Ponds, and $5 entry and you'll get to see, well, there's 4.5 games of rugby league left today. As the Philippines win the scrum and they'll play the ball near this left touch line. Sean Lynch with the run, up over the 30. Run out of dummy half and it's absolutely monstered.
I don't know if he'll be lining up to do that again.
As Ned Stephenson now comes in off his wing to help out.
That's a good, that'll be a penalty there, oh no.
Could have gone either way, that one, Dave.
Yeah, I thought that was a penalty. In any case, you can see the Philippines in that set that used their back line the whole time. They didn't use a forward in that whole set. Ran from the scrum and then used the backs and centres for the remaining 4 tackles until that last tackle dropped. It's probably indicative of the way they're going to play. They are getting monstered. You used the word a moment ago in the forward, so they'll probably try and go just a little bit wider, get away from those big front rowers.
About over 21 minutes gone here in this second game of day 3 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. Scoreline reads 8 points to 6, NIUE over the Philippines. Philippines scoring in the first set of the game, and NIUE have struck back with 2 tries and starting to get themselves on top as we see a forced pass and the Philippines dive on it. Good scrambling there from the Philippines. Desperate play. Raymond Stubbs now. Play the ball just shy of his own 40. That's a good strong run there. Ricky Kusia. Ryan Jones, sorry. There's Dennis Gordon having a run. He's up over halfway now as they get down the short side, the Philippines. A little bit of a juggle there by Kusia. It's been put on the deck. I think the referee might find a knock on both ways here. Have a scrum feed near the halfway line and NIUE feed.
Yeah, right idea, I think. The Philippines, their execution just hasn't been as crisp as they'd like it. But I certainly think they've got the right idea in terms of running this side around a bit.
As we spoke about in the NIUE Malta game, it seemed to be fatigue had set in for Malta fairly early on in that one, so we might see the same sort of thing here for NIUE, who only played 3 days ago. The Philippines had the luxury of a 7-day break between their games. As Luisi steps off the right.
Ball control is really important under those circumstances, Dan. At the moment, the Philippines have handed possession back a couple of times, and they might pay here.
Lovely short ball and put Filomena into a bit of a hole. Only 20 metres out from the line. Luisi now out the back to Shormkul. Well read in defence. Philippines doing well. They come back centre field. That's Luisi now. Fakes the kick, steps off the left, comes back down the short side. Good hands by the big man. And great pass, and Cyrus Payne is over. Tuki Jackson juggled and spun in the one motion, and he's put his winger Cyrus Payne over in the corner.
Yeah, that was a terrific pass. Quite sure how he got that one away. It was a turn, a spin, a flick, had everything.
Well, I thought he was going to drop the ball, to be honest, Dave, and he somehow managed to keep a hold of it, Jackson. Cyrus Payne down the touchline, plants the ball over in the corner.
Hits his winger on the chest too, mind you.
Oh, lovely little flick pass from Jackson. Looked even more impressive on the replay. That takes the scoreline out to 12 points to 6. NIUE over the Philippines with a kick to come. Just starting to stamp their authority on this game, Dave.
Yeah, and again, little things that become big things. We saw that drop ball on near halfway there, 60 seconds or so ago. And that was early on in the tackle count. They still had a couple to go. They would have ended up, had they finished that set down towards the NIUE try line. Now they find themselves another 4 points down as a result.
Samara will line this kick up. Stay tuned to Bar TV if you're watching. We've got more action coming up this afternoon. We've got another 4 games to come. The next one up is the Latin Heat versus the Mediterranean, I think. We've got another one before that. No, we've got the Solomon Islands versus Hong Kong before that. So a big day of rugby league here out at Kellyville.
As you've said a couple of times, Dan, it's a great atmosphere if you're in the vicinity, or even if you're not. You want to go watch some rugby league, wander down, $5 to get in.
The kick was unsuccessful, so scoreline remains 12 points to 6. The Philippines get us back underway. That's the 16 Lolo. Still going Lolo. Big George Lolo up to halfway. Great start to the set. And here's his brother Wes. Already into the attacking half on tackle 2. Filomona now out the back to Samoa. Samoa puts it through the hands. Alvarado.
Struggling to hold on here, the Philippines. They'll do well to get the ball back without conceding here.
Filomona now, he'll be tackled about 30 out from the line. Set to the right, they come to Luisi. Luisi with the cutout pass to Lolo. Lolo to Shornpool. Shornpool's brought down and some good sliding defence. They come to the left now. Luisi with the kick across field. It's a great kick across field. He's found his man on the chest and they're going to go over again. Justice Udateo holding his width and a great kick from Zeb Luisi. Puts it on a platter for his winger.
Absolutely, that had Cooper Cronk and Origin written all over it. So probably 30-40 metre kick and it hit his winger right on the chest. Could not have been better placed.
16 points to 6 with a kick to come right under the uprights as well. What a great try that was. You see the replay, Luisi low and flat across field. The Philippines winger had cheated in a little bit and just put it on the chest of Justice Udateo from about 35 metres away.
Well, you probably can't blame the Philippines winger. You just wouldn't have expected a kick of that level of accuracy, particularly in these conditions. Pretty blowy. Outstanding football.
Conversion successful. Takes the scoreline out to 18 points to 6. NIUE starting to stamp their authority on this one. We're joined in commentary now by Rob Bergen, who's the founder and secretary of the Latin Heat. How you going, Rob?
Great, mate. Thanks for having us on.
All good. So you guys are coming up later on in the day?
Yeah, we're up against Mediterranean Middle East at 3:30.
What are your chances?
Mate, I think pretty strong. We've seen Mediterranean Middle East in action before, and physically they're quite a powerful side. That's going to be the test for us to hold them in the middle. But I believe we've got probably our strongest squad that we've assembled for quite a while as well. So big test straight up. If we do well, it should bode well for the rest of the championships.
So talking about assembling a squad, how long before this tournament do you guys get to spend together?
We probably only had guys into camp about 3 or 4 days before, but we've been preparing specifically for this around a year. We've had a series of representative games to select the team, and we've had boys training non-stop in both states for 8 weeks, and then across in Latin America, of course, we've got guys coming from Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, so we've really brought them from far and wide.
I was just about to ask you what nations you guys representing, so you've already answered that one. So yeah, you're looking to get off to a good start today against the Mediterranean boys, who I saw here earlier on. When are you up next?
After today's game, we'll be on Tuesday against ASEAN, who we just saw lose to Africa United in that first up game, so they'll be pretty hungry for a win. Just in regards to what countries we actually represent 24 different nations, from Mexico in the north right down to Chile and Argentina in the south, so it's the full length and breadth of Latin America.
Yeah, very impressive collection of countries there. You said, what, a year and a half ago you sort of put things together?
Yeah, well, of course, Emerging Nations was scheduled to happen 12 months previous, and then it was postponed, so really we've probably been preparing, I guess, 2 months for an event, 2 years for an event like this. But for this year specifically, we've been tailoring all our fixture games for about 12 months leading into it.
Good stuff. And how can people get in contact with you? They're from a Latin American background and they want to play rugby league. Is there a Facebook page they can get on?
Yeah, sure. So we're Latin Heat Rugby League, or they can send an email to play@latinheatrl.com. They're probably the two best ways. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at Latin Heat RL, so pretty easy to find us.
All right, Rob, well, good luck later on in the day against the Mediterranean boys, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Excellent, thanks for your time. Cheers.
That was Rob Bergen, the founder and secretary of the Latin Heat, who they'll be coming up later on today.
Well, we haven't missed much in the last 60 seconds. A penalty to each side. NIUE marched downfield and attempted another kick, which wasn't quite as successful as the previous one. The Philippines get the ball now, 32 yards out, and their try line, chucky 2.
Scoreline's 18 points to 6. It's 4 tries to 1 though, so after that fast start from the Philippines, NIUE have certainly more than worked their way back into this one, and we see a penalty here to the Philippines. So good chance for them to get down the other end and apply some pressure of their own.
They haven't had the ball in the last few minutes because they dropped it on halfway there, and NIUE have scored a couple of tries in between, so this is their first opportunity with the ball probably in the last 5 or 6 minutes, so this will be the opportunity to work themselves back into the game. That pass just went slightly behind his ball runner.
Did well to hold on to it as they make their way up to the 30 now. They come down the short side. That's Stubbs. He'll be tackled 25 out from the line. Play the ball, they'll come back centre field. Shift the ball to the right. Ball's hit the deck, but they'll regather it. It's the other centre, Dennis Gordon, out there. Sorry, Joe Malley on the 14, not the 4. As they go down the short side. Well read though by the NIUE defence. There's Kusiker out there, the 11, being tackled as they go down the short side. Little kick in behind. Looks like it might have found touch.
Not a horrible result, but probably would have had bearing in mind they haven't been down here a while. Probably would have preferred a more attacking style kick, but in any case.
You spoke about their ball handling earlier on, Dave, and we've also spoken about the style of play that they're looking to play and spreading the ball and using their outside backs. Well, I guess that comes with risk of dropping the ball, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and we've seen it in this game, and they've paid the price, but they certainly aren't afraid to chance their hand, which is great football to watch, particularly when it comes off. And NIUE will be enjoying it at the moment because it hasn't. But I think if they can manage to control it a little better in the second half, I think they're every chance of making some inroads in this game.
NIUE now look to work it off their own line. They're already up over their 30, so they haven't had any trouble making measures. As we see an offload there from Mulakita to his winger, Utateo. They're up over the 40. Haven't been able to contain the go forward of the Philippines.
No, and the NIUE 5'8" Lewis has been very, very good at isolating defenders too.
As that man, Luisi, kicks deep. He'll find touch, so decent kick there from the 5'8". Fine touch inside the 20 of the Philippines. Scoreline here at the Ponds at Kellyville reads 18 points to 6, NIUE over the Philippines. It's day 3 here. We've been moved from Cabramatta. We're out here at Kellyville. We're on the all-weather pitch. 6 games coming to you live through Bar TV Sports. I know Dave's hanging around for a few more.
Yeah, I've got a couple more to go after this, or at least one. My daughter, whilst there's a slight break in play, I'll give her a shout out. There's ball girl out there for this game on the grandstand side of the field. So good job, Ava, doing well.
Good to see you keeping her busy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a family affair.
Slow play the ball for the Philippines as they come back centre field. Showing no fear though, the Philippines forwards are still gritting their teeth and running into the teeth of that defence. Nearly up to halfway here. Another slow play the ball, just getting tangled up there as they come down the short side of the Philippines. A nice little dummy. Inside the NIUE attacking half now. Nice little short ball there from the halfback Russell. There's will be the last tackle, so they're 30 out. Interesting to see what kind of kick they put up here.
Well, you'd think they'd put this one up.
Not the highest kick, but it'll come down. Good chase though. Sean took it and had nowhere to go. It's Lewisi now having a run. You see from the 5'8". Tackle 10 out from his own line. Chance here for the Philippines to put some pressure on with their defence. And an error. So they've turned pressure with their defence into an error. With under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Good opportunity for the Philippines here to strike back. They're 4 tries to 1 down, but it's only 18-6 on the scoreline.
Well, this is a fantastic opportunity. They'll manage to get one before half-time. 18-10, 18-12. They're right in it. They spread out to the right again.
They go that way. Wiggins just turns his man back underneath, and I read that one like the Sunday paper.
Yeah, probably wishes they'd have gone the other way.
That's the 23, Jeremy Grooms. We tackled 10 out from the line, so they're deep to the left here. Come this way. Through the hands. Nice short ball, but again, well read. That's Will Grooms.
Yeah, it was on out the back there, Dan. Not sure whether they were setting them up for the play after, but that opportunity's gone now.
Come down the short side through Russell. He takes the line on. Probably think twice about doing that again. And straight into a brick wall, which is Lolo. Earned themselves a penalty though as they come back centre field. Stubbs will play the ball inside the 10. Full set of 6 at their disposal. They come the short side through Russell. Yeah. Russell dummies.
They're stealing it.
Well, he did do it again. Very nearly got through that time. And he's earned another penalty.
Quick penalties back to back. Sheedy will take the tap here. Good pressure here from the Philippines just before half time. Stubbs take the first hit up. 5 out from the line.
He's gone again.
Sheedy goes again from dummy half. Sheedy, can he get it down? No, he can't. He nearly got there again.
Yeah, he probably needed to go a bit lower, Dan. I thought there was a real opportunity then.
They come out the back.
It's an early
kick over the top by Goodwin to the winger. Oh, it's been knocked on over there. Looks like it's Dennis Gordon, the 4.
Yeah, unlucky. And again, that's chancing your hand. It was tackle 3 or 4. Well, certainly on.
He couldn't get to the ball on the full, and it just, as it bounced back up, it bounced straight back up towards him, and he just couldn't deal with it, Gordon. So chance goes begging for the Philippines.
It's good footy. That's football. They're certainly playing. They don't mind throwing it around, and it's good to watch. They haven't come up with anything bar a push over from dummy half as far as tries goes. Well, that looked forward from here. Referee's called it.
Yeah, that was Wes Lolo looking to put Schonkel through. Dave called it from roughly 50 metres away and on a bad angle. So good call, Dave.
Yeah, well, I threw so many in my day, I'm used to it.
Not long to go till half time here. Scoreline reads 18 points to 6. NIUE over the Philippines. It was the Philippines who opened the scoring in the first set of 6 of the game. Sheedy getting over from dummy half. Since then it's been NIUE. Ball goes backwards. Russell picks it up, so it'll be play on. People tuning in, cheering on the Philippines. Glad to have you on board here with Bar TV Sports. The ball's been put on the deck by the Philippines. Lolo will pick it up and fend one off.
Very Tyson Fazelish. Lolo, the number 12.
I was about to say earlier on in commentary that he's a dead ringer for Tyson Fazelish.
Well, he plays like him too, but he is. He's an absolute ringer.
To Lewisi and now turn back underneath for Tovo. Play the ball centre field. They go to Lewisi again. Lewisi now out the back. Look, there might have been an opportunity to give the ball to Schonkel there, but they take the tackle. 35 out from the line. And there goes half time. So we're here at the Ponds at Kellyville. The halftime score reads NIUE 18 points, Philippines 6, 4 tries to 1 in this first half, and we'll be back here from Kellyville for the second half. Welcome back here to the ponds at Kellyville. It's day 3 of the Emerging Nations World Championships. This is game 2. We've got the Philippines taking on NIUE. Currently the scoreline reads NIUE 18, the Philippines 6. Second half action just about to get underway. I'm Dan McCanley and I'm joined in commentary by Dave Wild. And Dave, NIUE slow start but stamped their authority late on.
Yeah, they did. The Philippines certainly had their opportunities and they were only able to take advantage of one. We'll see how they go the second half. They've got the Roos at their back now.
The Philippines will get first use of the ball in this second half. If you can't make it down here to Kellyville to watch some International Rugby League, make sure you're tuning in on Bar TV Sports. 6 games live today. Let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for. As the Philippines make their way up towards their own 40-metre line, that's Raymond Stubbs. We've got the drum going right near our effects mic. It's music to our ears, literally. Philippines kick deep down to Shorncall. He'll be tackled just short of his own 30.
The only thing we've got sitting near the effects microphone clearly. Very loud in the earphones here, but the headphones.
We'll do our best. It's NIUE now making good metres through the middle. They're into the Philippines half. They come to the left. That's Luisi, very impressive in the first half. That's the 15. Rangi. Tackle 25 out from the line. Last tackle. So come down the short side through Luisi. Nice short ball. A good tackle in defence as well. Luisi looked to put Samoa through there, but the Philippines read it well. Yeah,
tried to pull their pants down the short side there and nearly had some luck. That was they had good numbers, Philippines, but they loaded up NIUE and they nearly caught them again. He's got a very good short ball, Luisi. He's used it to good effect during the course of this game thus far, and we saw another example of it there.
The name might sound familiar to some of our viewers. He's been involved with the New Zealand Warriors setup before, so that's probably why he's got that little bit of touch of class. It's the Philippines now working out from their own end, and they've put the ball on the deck as rain starts to get heavier here at Kellyville, so conditions a little bit slippery out there. Stubbs couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how what effect the synthetic grass has now. I've never seen a game played on this before, so and I'm sure the players would never have played one.
From personal experience, the ball will skid on a bit if they put it along the deck, so definitely going to have to take a little bit off those little grubbers in behind. We'll just kick on off this turf. They tackled 30 out from the Philippines line on NIUE. Run from dummy half. Up to the 20. They lead 18 points to 6. Come to the right through Luisi. Turns it back underneath. Tova will take the tackle. 15 out as we've got Philippines player down, Jeremy Grooms. Came out of that one second best. That's George Lolo. Took that run.
Rain coming down quite heavily now. Just in the last 60 seconds or so, it's really started pouring. Players will be used to it for Thursday.
Luisi with a little kick. I don't think it was played at. Oh, he's called 6 again though, so they get away with one there, NIUE. Full set of 6 at their disposal. That's Rangi. It'll be tough to hold out here, and there's a penalty.
At 18-6, do you take the 2?
Well, I would, but the trend in this tournament has been to take the tap and go for the try, and we're going to see that again. Nobody's really interested in taking 2 points at the moment. Play the ball just short of the line, turns him back underneath. That's George Lolo. I think he's over. I've got an umbrella right in my face. The referee's going to point to the spot, and that's a try to big George Lolo. And NIUE jump out to a 22-6 lead with a kick to come.
Yeah, they've used that inside ball quite a lot today, and to pretty good effect on occasion. We saw it again there. They just couldn't hold them out.
The rain is now teeming down here at Kellyville. We see the replay. Gets out of dummy half and just turns big George Lolo back on the inside. And as we've seen today, if you run hard and fast and strong from that close, you're tough to stop. Saw it in the earlier game with the Africa United players from close range. And NIUE follow suit.
Lining the kick up, probably 10 metres to the left of the post. It should make this 24-6. Very, very handy lead now. I did say a moment ago that the Philippines are playing with the wind, but it's really swirling and actually appears to be blowing the other way at the moment. But so I'm not sure it'll be a significant advantage to either team, but probably a disadvantage to both teams.
Samoa slots that one. 24 points to 6, NIUE over the Philippines. Just over 5 minutes gone in this second half. It's a long road back for the Philippines, Dave.
Yeah, they needed to score first after half-time, one suspects. And just as I say that, the wind has switched around again, and it should be behind the Philippines at this kick-off. If
the NIUE flags are needing to go by.
The referee's just held up play just for a moment. Quite sure what the issue is.
One of the Philippines players making his way onto the field. There's the kickoff. On the ground, a difficult one to deal with. So NIUE will work it off their own line. 24 points to 6 in front.
Tyson Frizzell clone, which we've already discussed, NIUE in the back row, and I think we've got a Frank Pritchard one as well. He just took that wicket hit up just a moment ago. Tamata Rangi.
There's that man, nice short ball. Where's Lolo? We tack it on halfway. Kick a tackle early through Luisi, finds the grass with a great kick.
That's a terrific kick.
A great kick chase as well. As you said, Dave, they're not afraid to put it through the hands of Philippines, and they do well to get up over their own 10.
Yeah, they do. The conditions aren't going to help them do that, although they've a little bit of space out here on this edge.
25 out from their own line now, the Philippines, as they come back centre field. It's Malian now. Got the world's biggest umbrella gone right up in my face.
Well, I did make comment the other day that I thought the world's biggest umbrella was at St Mary's, but the Guinness Book of Records has been beaten today, and it's currently about 5 metres in front of us, and it's about 10 metres wide.
It's the Philippines now. Earned themselves a penalty, so they're into NIUE territory as they come down the short side. Gordon will take the tackle, 40 out from the line. So they come to the left, they shift the play through Marcus Russell.
Well read, Lewis.
They go down the left side again. That's the fullback, Goodwin. Very elusive, he beats a couple, he's up to the 30.
Any relation to the famous Goodwin family, do you know, Ben?
I have no idea.
That answers that.
Let's go with yes. I'm going to go with yes. They shift the ball, the Philippines. Little kick in behind. It's well covered up, though, by the winger, Gudateo. Not a bad spot to give the ball back to NIUE, though. 5 out from their own line. Managed to force an error or two with their defence in the first half, the Philippines. See if they can do the same here. It's already tackled 3, and they're still inside their own 20, NIUE.
Paul Sheedy's just down in back play there. He's got to his feet, making himself back, making his way back into the defensive line. Looks like he's carrying a shoulder.
Tackle looked to have crept up a little high as the ball's knocked down, so it'll be A knock on by the Philippines, who did very well to limit the yardage in that set, so it's a bit of a shame that they'll have another set to defend.
Yeah, just a little bit lazy, stuck an arm out, went for the big play, and really low percentage play at the end of the day, late in the tackle count. They've done well, as you say.
Stopping play is probably a good time to thank the sponsors of this tournament. Without them, it probably wouldn't be possible to host such an event with so many teams coming from around the world. We've got Rugby League International Federation, New South Wales Rugby League, National Rugby League, New South Wales Government Office of Sport, Beastware, St Mary's Rugby League Club, Cabramatta Leagues and Windsor Leagues Club. So big thank you to those guys for coming on board in what's a really good tournament for these nations to get some competitive fixtures under their belt. Looking to grow the game of rugby league around the world, as NIUE have put the ball on the deck, first tackle, so opportunity here for the Philippines.
Good contact there from Jackson.
Elvis Jensen taking that one up as they come to the left. Put it through the hands again. It comes to Russell. Russell out the back to Goodwin. Goodwin, they get it out to the winger. Looks like it's Lynch out there who beats a couple. Might be Stephenson, actually. He's not far away from the try line, Stephenson, as they come to Russell. Russell now short ball, and it's been put down. Just put his runner under a bit too much pressure there, Russell.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It was a nice play, the one before that. Good backline move to the left. They made plenty of space. I think it was Stephenson out there that the beat a couple of players, nearly went over. Unfortunately, they chanced their arm just a little too much the next play and conceded again.
NIUE's turn to work it out from their own end. Sione Tovo is carrying 2 and 3 with him. That's a 15-metre run from the big front rower. Certainly putting their bodies on the line, the Philippines, and I was going to say play the ball was probably a bit too quick, Dave.
Yeah, and didn't get to his feet and didn't play the ball, and pretty much everything that could go wrong with a play the ball went wrong there. So almost lucky it wasn't a penalty, but I'm sure they'll take the handover of possession in any case, the Philippines.
24 points to 6. I wouldn't say NIUE, they've been very patchy, NIUE. They've had their very good moments and their very ordinary moments.
Yeah, they seem to play one way, and that's straight through the middle. And that doesn't work for them. They really don't have a lot else other than Luisi using that short ball. But they've used the big fellas up front to good effect thus far today. As we see the Philippines go out to the left.
Just stays in play. A little bit of a juggle there from Mackie. So come back towards the middle through Stephenson. Good tackle just shy of the 30. Play number 2 as they come to Russell. Short ball to Stubbs. He'll be put down. 25 out from the line. Another short ball. That's the 17 this time. Ryan Jones. Tackle 15 out from the line. A couple of tackles left in this set of 6. Philippines on the attack. They go to Russell. Russell takes the line on and he's collared in a good defensive read. He threw the dummy. They go down the short side. And we've got a penalty.
Well, you needed to throw that pass. Will Grooms was in a world's biggest hole. Would have gone in untouched.
Well, get another chance here, the Philippines. 24 points to 6 down. Try here might just give him a little sniff. Stubbs will be tackled about 5 out from the line. If they go through the hands, they've managed to evade a couple. That's the little halfback, Russell, going himself.
And I think he's knocked it on.
That's a shame. They're starting to mount a bit of pressure there, the Philippines.
Yeah, that's an early one too, tackle 2 I think it was. Yeah, they started to show a little bit of enterprise during that couple of minutes, but unfortunately concede possession again.
Looks like the rain is starting to ease up here at the ponds at Kellyville. Lovely artificial surface here. stand up to the 6 games of rugby league we've got coming to you today. In the earlier game, we had Africa United defeat ASEAN 32 points to 20. In a game that was probably closer than that scoreline tells a story. NIUE now work it out from their own end. Over the 30. A lot of this game in the second half being played down this end, Dave.
Yeah, it's a good field position for the Philippines thus far. They haven't been able to take advantage of it yet, but one suspects they're going to have some opportunities. They haven't been as dominant in the middle, NIUE, in this second half, at least in the early stages.
They're brought down just about on halfway. Not the best of passes out of dummy half as it comes to Luisi somehow. He might try and run it here, Luisi, and he does, and he gets into the backfield, finds support. That's Lolo. Lolo flings it out wide, and it's pass doesn't stick. Now the Philippines can counter-attack. Great play from Zeb Luisi.
Yeah, that was nice football. Probably deserved a try, but just couldn't hold on to it. The loop pass from the Tyson Frizzell lookalike, Wes Lolo, just didn't find its mark.
So try to go down the short side. They get the ball away to Goodwin. Absolutely pummeled.
Well, that's right in front of us. It was certainly very good contact. I didn't see a penalty myself in it, but the referee obviously did. We could hear it from here. That was very, very solid.
We'll take the tap, get the play back underway. Play the ball right on halfway through Gordon. They come to the left, a little bit slow with the ball movement. It comes to Mackie. Just gave the NIUE defence time to get up off their line.
We just need to get one of those ball runners to straighten that up at speed. They did straighten up on that occasion, but it was just a little slow, as you said. And they're certainly finding a little bit of space out there if they can just execute properly.
Sheedy got out of dummy half, and things starting to get a little heated out there at the moment, Dave. A couple of heavy tackles and a little bit of niggle creeping into the game.
Yeah, the natives are getting a little restless at the moment, and I think he's that man Solo that's at the centre of it. Doesn't look to be too much in it at this point. The referee will just pull them apart and probably give them 60 seconds or so to have a think about it, and then resume play.
And I will say this, I've been at all 3 days so far, and all the games have been played in a very good spirit, so it's been few and far between this sort of stuff.
Well, it has been, and a tournament such as this, you'd like to think that would be the way that it would be played. It has been. And true to form, the referee's just doing a good job here, just slowing it down a little bit. Have a little chat to a couple of the players and just let them have a think about it. Get back to what you do best, guys, playing footy.
If you're following this game on Bar TV Sports on the live feed, let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We've got another 4 games to come after this one today. A massive day of rugby league. Just when you thought the season had finished, you get International Rugby League at its best. The Emerging Nations World Championships. As Russell now drifts across field, turns Mackie back underneath. Does well to avoid the first tackle, Mackie.
And there's that inside ball. I think that's the one that'll work for them if they keep plugging away at that.
Sheedy in a dummy half. That's the 16. That's Jones.
There's a couple of NIUE forwards that are just starting to struggle a little.
Sheedy again in a dummy half, comes to nice cutout pass. It's been intercepted though. Well read in defence there by NIUE. Wiggins drifting across field and look for the long cutout as NIUE make an error. So it must be said, Dave, that the Philippines have certainly had the better of territory in this second half. They just haven't been able to turn pressure into points.
I think they've had the better of the game, not just territory. I think they've looked more likely. Again, the The rain probably isn't helping them because it's slowing their ball handling, and they're looking for those outside plays, but they just haven't been able to affect them. But it'll come off, and this is a prime opportunity to do it. That I suspect that they'll try to get Mackie possibly using that inside line again. Possibly Will Grooms as well. They're both out there. They're both ready to go. I think we'll see one of them.
Oh, wow.
Won't get the opportunity.
What a shot. Kurt Bernard has absolutely planted Dennis Gordon.
Well, that's as good a hit as you'll see.
I hope we can get a replay up of that because it'll be worth seeing again. Drifts across field and bang, Bernard. Thanks for coming.
I'm not really sure why that is a play on. I'd love to be critical. We are a long way away, but anyway, I picked it up and scooted away. I couldn't see why I couldn't get going, but in any case.
Not really sure what's going on out there, to be honest, Dave. It
Well,
doesn't look like they're trying to pack a scrum. He's put that on report, so
Oh, well,
I didn't really see anything wrong with that. It was just a good, solid shot. Big man on little man. It was always going to come off second best for poor old Dennis Gordon. But Kurt Bernard goes on report.
I guess we know why the blue play didn't let play on. That said, unusual decision, but
Well, he is a lot closer than we are.
he is. So
Maybe it just crept up a little high. Philippines will have another chance here. Take the tap. Jensen now fighting his way towards the try line. He tackled 5 out from the line. They play the ball. They go short to the 17. Ryan Jones. They're pretty close here, the Philippines.
yeah, they need a try here.
Play the ball. Sheedy goes left. Russell takes him on again, and he's stopped in his tracks. 5 out from the line. They go down the short side from dummy half. Nice offload to Russell, who juggles. Comes back to the open side through the 15, Elvis Jensen. And Jensen's there. Well, they finally turned pressure into points.
And they needed that, Philippines, and they deserved it as well. They've certainly been the better side in the second half. Haven't had the points up until now to show for it, but that gets them on the board for the second half. 24-10, the kick to come, which you should get, 24-12. We've got a game of football.
Yeah, I've got 22-10 on the live stream here, but I'm almost certain it's 24 points to 10 with a kick to come. We'll just get confirmation on that. So 24 points to 10 with a kick to come, and we've got under 20 minutes to go. It's game on.
Absolutely, and we've said a few times that the Philippines have certainly had the better of this first 15 or so minutes of the second half. The field position has been completely down that end of the field, which is completely contrary to the first half.
It'd be really handy if this world's biggest umbrella got put down.
Well, it would be. I can't see it happening anytime soon, although I'm not really sure why it's up because it's actually undercover anyway. But he's taken this one a long way out. He's probably...
Looks like it's Wiggins who will attempt to add the extras, and it's a big kick in the scope of things. He strikes it. The flags are up. So all of a sudden, the Philippines with a little ray of light at the end of the tunnel. 24 points to 12. Probably just under 20 minutes to go in this one.
And the next few minutes are vital for them now. The ball will end up after the kick down towards the Philippines goal line, and it's really important for them to complete this set. Get the ball back, make NIUE work it out again.
Yeah, it's imperative that they get through their set here. What a shot. That was Luisi.
Well,
He's put him in the sin bin. Well,
I can only assume that was for a shoulder charge, but
we'll have to see that one again.
yeah, it looked just like a good clean shot.
Zeb Lewissi's been given 10 minutes in the bin.
Don't think we can get that one on replay, but we'll err on the side of caution in terms of the referee's decision there, but it looked a good shot from this angle.
And a couple of calls go against NIUE here in the last 5 or so minutes. Bit of a test of character here for the boys from the island nation.
Well, if they were going to tie, having 12 men for the next 10 minutes certainly isn't going to help them.
And to Philippines' credit, they've hung in there. They got down on the scoreboard, but they've kept coming, and now they've got a real opportunity to get their way back into this game. So they're up into NIUE territory already. Russell now out the back to Goodwin. Great hands. Mackie just couldn't pass the ball to his winger. Some slick ball movement there from the Philippines as Russell takes the line on again. Good to see from the little halfback. He's not afraid to chance his arm and go himself as they come out to the right now. Good read in defence, but they've managed to offload it. That's Gordon, sorry. So we've got Joe Malian down for the Philippines. So they go down the short side through Wiggins. Wiggins with a short ball and well read in defence. That's good defending from NIUE. Man down. And the man in the sim bin.
Malian's still down. Yeah, the defender come in from the side there a moment ago and it's probably collected him around that rib area unprotected. Looks like that's where he's holding.
Yeah, they don't tickle those ones.
No, they don't.
This will be a scrum feed to NIUE, or change of possession.
This is a good opportunity. They haven't had much of the ball in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and they are markedly looking to tire, looking as though they're tiring. And this will be an opportunity for them to just, although they've only just held on to that one.
Yeah, saw a little juggle there.
Let's go, NIUE!
Plenty of sting in these tackles from both sides. NIUE now look to make their way up the field.
Well, you can sense the Philippines they believe that they've got themselves into the game.
Play the ball 35 out from the line. Samoa goes short. It's Tovo. Tackled inside the 30. Come the short side, a little kick from Samoa. That'll beat everybody.
Yeah, they didn't need that.
Coming out to the 20-metre line for a 7-tackle restart.
That's a poor finish to that set.
Well, I think that's where they might miss Lewissi for the next 10 or so minutes. Short kicking game. The Philippines now, they've got 7 tackles set to work with, so by the end of it they should hopefully be in an attacking area. Sheedy in a dummy half. Make their way up to halfway. Slowish play the ball. They come down the short side. Jensen will be tackled just shy of the 40. See a NIUE player come out of that one second best. It's Dylan Jones up to the 30 now. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve. 24-12 the scoreline reads. Philippines on the attack. That's Gordon cutting back inside. He's up to the 10. Last tackle. 10 metres out from the line. Great opportunity for the Philippines as they go left through Russell. Russell with the dummy. It's been flicked out the back. They managed to hold on to it, the Philippines. Come back infield through Stephenson. A nice offload. Ball's put on the deck. And they clean it up, NIUE. Shawnkle. They survive that raid.
Yeah, good footy from the Philippines. couple of passes. If they had found their mark there was some space again, but it's been the story of the day for them, unfortunately. When those crucial passes need to be made, they just haven't found the mark.
Cyrus Payne is on the score sheet today, doing some hard work for his forwards. They make their way up to their own 40-metre line. Rangi will play the ball. They kick long and early, straight down the throat of the fullback. Richard Goodwin will bring it back. Play the ball, making their way up towards the 40-metre line, the Philippines. 24 points to 12. It's Mackie now. He's up over halfway, so they're still right in this game. Slow to play the ball from Mackie. That's Gordon. After taking that shot, Gordon, he's running a couple of nice lines. As Sheedy looked for a penalty there, tried to milk one. It's play on, comes to Goodwin. And Goodwin's put it on the deck. Oh, there could be 6 again. 6 again, says the referee. So Wiggins has got the ball now.
Now he's called knock on.
Now he's called knock on.
Not sure who he's saying knocked this on first. I thought he may have said that the NIUE player knocked it out of the Philippines player's hands, and I'm not quite sure what decision he has made. Hasn't put his hand up either way yet.
Maybe he's just hoping that the two teams sort it out themselves.
Well, they have. The NIUE have food him.
So they're still down to 12 players at the moment, NIUE. Zeb Lewissi's in the sim bin for what appeared to be a shoulder charge. They haven't conceded since he's been to the bin, so they're doing well to hold on here, NIUE. They make their way up over their own 40-metre line. Oh, solid contact there. Dylan Jones charging up out of the line. So go to the right, nice ball back underneath. Quick play the ball as well, so they come to the left. Samoa now with the kick. That one will beat everybody over the dead ball line again, so just not adjusting to the conditions, Samoa.
Again, I think he was looking for touch there. He had the idea right, just didn't execute.
That ball just skidding on. And it will do that on this artificial turf, especially with a bit of rain around. Around 10 minutes to go in this one. Scoreline reads NIUE 24, Philippines 12. Time slowly starting to tick away for the Philippines, who've been pretty impressive in this second half.
Yeah, the score doesn't reflect that, unfortunately for them. But still got time.
Russell puts on a bit of footwork. He's up to the 40. Come back centre field through Sheedy. Sheedy to Wiggins. Wiggins with a short ball to Stubbs. He'll be tackled 30 out from the line. 2 plays left in this set of 6. Come to the right through Wiggins. Wiggins with a cutout pass to Mallion, who's back up and out there. I'll play the ball. Come back centre field. It's been put down, but it's gone. Well, I thought it had gone backwards, but
I think he gave himself up. I agree with you. I thought it went backwards, but he stopped. And I think the referee, it was Paul Sheedy that dropped it. The referee just went along for the ride.
One of our younger fans that isn't too happy at the moment. Sean Poole now. Nice offload from the fullback. Where's Lolo with the run? Tyson Frizzell clone. That's a good run out of dummy half as well. So NIUE starting to find those metres back through the middle again. been an extended effort from the Philippines, both in attack and defence, to get themselves back into this game. NIUE, having only played on Thursday, might be feeling the pinch as well. It's Rangi with the run. Tackled 35 out from the line. As they come down the left-hand side, that's Sini.
Let's see what they do on the last here.
The last couple of kicks haven't been the best, so
Oh, that's gone too.
it's gone high and long and way too far.
That's the worst of the three, to be perfectly honest. They haven't learned.
Might be time to run it on the last.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad result.
It certainly wouldn't end up in a 7-tackle set. So the Philippines now back in possession. Under 10 minutes to go in this one. Scoreline reads 24 points to 12. NIUE over the Philippines. Shouldn't be too far away from seeing Zeb Lewisi back out there, Dave.
No, I can't see the sideline at the moment, so I think you're right. In fact, he's just run onto the field now.
So back to their full complement in NIUE. So that'll help them defensively.
Yeah, they've done well for that 10 minutes. Philippines didn't really have any quality possession down their end. They've held them out well.
Slow play the ball from Coos here. Sheedy out of dummy half. That's just slipped through the hands. Jensen couldn't hold on to it. Ball's been put down and NIUE will have a scrum feed just their side of halfway. As time slowly ticks away on this Philippines comeback.
Yeah, on a day where it's going to be hard to score points, then might have just been it for them. I know there's still 7 or 8 minutes left. There's certainly time, but one would think if NIUE complete this set, they're going to be down towards the Philippines line. It's going to be difficult for them to score. They don't look like they've got a lot of speed, the Philippines. And I think more a team that have got to work themselves into the game, work themselves into good field position, and length of the field tries. Might put the mocker on NIUE, but length of the field tries to the Philippines look unlikely.
They're still muscling up in defence here, the Philippines. Cyrus Payne getting pushed back. Not giving up the ghost yet as Lolo turns Big George Lolo underneath. You see the Lolo brothers combining there. Goes back to Wes Lolo. Be tackled about 20 out from the line. Centre field, so options both sides. Lewisi's back out there. They go face ball along the ground. Lovely cut-out pass to the winger. And he's bundled into touch. So good scrambling defence from the Philippines. They certainly haven't given up on this one.
It was great pick-up and pass. Thought Uteo a little bit of space in front of him there. If he pinned the ears back, he may well have got around his opponent, but he chose to duck back inside.
Those of you watching at home as well, the clock that we've got up on display is just a guide. We don't actually have an official game clock in our view as commentators, so that's why we can't give you an accurate time on how long's left, but we should be under the 5-minute mark. The Philippines trailing by 2 converted tries, so they need to make something happen sooner rather than later. So they make their way up over the 30 and then push back. Sheedy will get into dummy half. Mr. Russell, who's just happy to turn Stubbs back underneath. Tackled 35 out from the line, Stubbs, who's been pretty good today in the front row. Wiggins now shifts the play. They come out to this near side. Good read in defence there from NIUE. Malian will play the ball just short of halfway. Jensen now. This will be the last. Not really any room for a deep kick downfield. They need to make something happen as Wiggins does well to evade one, and he does get a kick away. He'll just roll down to NIUE, who will bring it back. Shorncall still going, Shorncall. No, he'll be asked to bring it back. Looked like he might have broken free of that Sheedy tackle.
Yeah. Just called held and shoot. He's still holding that shoulder. He looks like he's in a bit of strife at the moment. I think he's going to leave the field. Just telling the trainer he wants to stay on.
Big effort from the number 9. Got over the stripe himself today. They led 6-0 Philippines. 4 quick tries from NIUE really put them out to what looks to be an insurmountable lead now. They go to Samoa. He takes the line on and beats one Samoa. Tackled just shy of the 20. Lewissi's back out there, so they decide to run the ball on the last.
Well, they took your advice, Dan. Didn't come off, but at least they don't have to endure 7 tackles. Taking the mark, that said, from exactly the same spot.
Time's blowing off. We're into the red time on our screens. It can't be too long to go in this one. The Philippines now will the ball with time running down. Stubbs now. He made the play at 35 out from his own line. Sheedy in at dummy half. He's still out there. Nice little offload. Jensen will be brought down just before halfway. 24 points to 12. NIUE over the Philippines at the moment. Wiggins crabs across field. Turns Gordon back underneath. The defence is up to the task so far. Sheedy at a dummy half. Ball's been put on the deck.
Knocked back.
And that's been called knocked back, so it's play on as Gordon gets involved again. Nice offload. That looked like a knock on there from Sheedy, but it'll be play on. Jensen again. They're really chancing their arm here. Russell, he's got plenty of support. Russell draws the player, passes to Mackie, and the ball ends up over the touchline. That might just be all she wrote for the Philippines.
Yeah, as you've said a couple of times, we're not quite sure how long there is to go, but there can't be more than a minute or two, I would have thought. That was probably the last throw of the dice for the Philippines side, and as I've said a few times, they've been brave. They've just lacked that final bit of execution, and that's a textbook example of it there. Just that last pass, a couple of passes in there actually just needed to find the mark, and if they had it, they were away, but they haven't been able to do it.
Neither team are in any rush to pack this scrum. Make sure you stay tuned to Bar TV Sports coverage of the Emerging Nations World Championships. There's 4 more games to come today. So we're 2 games into a 6-game stretch. Plenty of International Rugby League action going on down here at Kellyville. If you're in the area, get down here. It's $5 entry. 4 more games of Rugby League to come. Plenty of covered area and plenty of food and beverages available, so not a bad way to spend a Sunday. Lewissi's now taking a run. He brought down 48 from his own line. Quick play the ball as they come down the short side through Filomona. Lewissi again, taking the line on. This will be the last tackle. Just inside the attacking 40. A nice little charge down, so it'll be 6 again. They read it well out of dummy half. That's the 22 out there.
Not sure who that is, although he's spilled it.
And that'll be the final play of the game. The final score here at the Ponds at Kellyville reads NIUE 24, Philippines 12. NIUE jumped out to a 24 points to 6 lead. The Philippines got a try back in the second half and dominated for long periods, but couldn't turn pressure into points. So NIUE run out your winners, 24 points to 12. Make sure you tune in for the rest of the afternoon. Next up, we've got the Hong Kong taking the field. So Make sure you tune in.